This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 25 through the Holy Scriptures, and it reads, "And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth the distress of nations, with perplexity in the seas and waves warring." This is Second Ezra, which is in the holy books of the Apocrypha of the Holy Scriptures, and it reads, Second Ezra 9 and 3. Second Ezra 9 and 3. "Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars in the people in the world." Shalom. First and foremost, like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakakadash. Double honors to the elders for preaching this word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And I say shalom. Oh yeah. I don't know if that I tried to show the video clip of that 17-second clip right there twice. I guess it was kind of frozen, but in the meantime, I'm just going ahead and read the news article of the two scriptures that I brung out of the uproars and the people in the world. And this is in Lebanon, and this news article from ArabNews.com. And it says right here of this photo, it says a demonstrator gestures near a bank set on fire during a protest organized by depositors' outcry. Because, for the past couple of years, Lebanon, they was going through economic crisis, and they still continues to go through that extreme, harsh economic crisis. And it sees, as you see right here, it says Lebanese depositors smash up burnt bureau banks. It says at least 6 banks has been targeted as the Lebanese pound hits a new low on Thursday. Several dozen Lebanese protesters attacked banks in a Beirut neighborhood on Thursday while blocking roads, protesting against informal restrictions of cash withdrawal in place for years and rapidly deteriorating economic conditions. Right, the harsh economic shifts. It says at least 6 banks has been targeted as the Lebanese pound hit a new record low on Thursday, as spokesperson for depositors outcry a lobbying representation depositors with money stuck in their country's banking sector. And I believe this is another video clip, if I could be able to show it. I guess they didn't want to show that one either as well too, so it was kind of a standstill pause of that 15-second clip. It kind of seemed like as you was hearing the voice in this video clip, it seemed like the protesters, they was very angry about some of their money. They couldn't withdraw every last one of it because there was withdrawal restrictions. So it's already enough they was going through hard economic hardships. As you know, the protesters are in the uproar about these banks over there in Lebanon. of a restriction of how much money you can withdraw out of the bank and stuff like that. It says a bank in the Beirut neighborhood smothered as firefighters sprayed water with riot. Police stood near with shields. Since 2019, Lebanese banks have imposed restrictions on withdrawal in the US dollar and Lebanese dollar pounds that were never formalized by law, leading depositors to seeking access to their funds throughout lawsuits and often by force. The Lebanese pound has lost more than 98% of its value since the country's finance sector imploded in 2019. It was changing hands at around 80,000 pounds per greenback on Thursday, dropping from 700,000 pounds just 2 days early. So you seen of that 31-second clip, even though you was hearing the bell in the background, that shows you the protesters were out there along with the fighter fighters of Lebanon, tried to extinguish the smoke that what the protesters causes of the firing of these banks. And it says the country's central bank, which has struggled to manage the crisis, did not respond to a request for commenting on why the pound has crashed and what it was doing to address the issue. The officials of Lebanese Prime Minister said work was ongoing to remedy of financial conditions in the country. Lebanon has made their first step toward securing an international monetary fund bailout in April 2020, but nearly a year later has failed to carry out the former needs to finance. Yeah.
I'm like, you boys in. I'm gonna start getting all that shit I need.
Right.
Mild charcoal.
Mm-hmm.
I got some that sour cream. I got enough. It's still good.
Right.
Then I had to throw it away. Put it on there. Cheese, I got cheese. That stuff that's gonna last I'm more good.
Mm-hmm.
It just,
Right.
you ain't like it breaks the money. Boy, get us stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody, you know me.
Yeah.
My shit and get the fuck on. I ain't broke now. I got some money for this my customer.
Right.
You know that.
Uh-huh.
When I get my check, I ain't got to rack it down in there. I don't fuck with nobody. Got my little beer in here. I don't fuck with nobody. Buy my shit. Get the fuck on. Leave it alone. Go leave. I bought me a 12 pack. Wait, get some more water. Took this heat. What's up? I don't know nobody, I don't like you. I want some money, I can get some money.
Right.
I had to pay it back though.
Mm-hmm.
I can get some money. I ain't worried about that. I can get cash out of money. If I really need it. I don't really need it, I'm not gonna get it.
Right.
You get money when you really need it. It's like your school,
Mm-hmm.
you try and get that money, that's all you have to do. Get the cash out. You got that? You got that? You ain't got cash out?
Mm-mm.
Well, see, I got cash out. Well, see,
Oh, you talking about on my car?
with my card, yeah, I get cash out like that.
Oh, yeah, I got that too.
Oh, yeah, when
Yeah.
you really need some, It's like might be the rent, light bill, anything, you know. Like you got a car to put some money on which you got money. See, that's what that's for.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of times you see your friends that may have stuff like that. But see, that's why I got it. Then I won't let it ask nobody for shit.
Right.
And when I get my check, I just pay them. You know. That's how your credit bill look.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna put these bills in and make this and wash my ass up and shit.
Right.
I'm gonna walk down there probably later on today, use the mark, see how much they charge me for a key to key.
Yeah.
Oh man, ask them y'all, they come out here, take a money and all that. I'm tired of putting that cat off, get that cat over with. Ask them how much they charge exam or how much it'll be.
Right.
Yeah, cause I'm right here at the pet world.
Yeah.
I'm right there, right down the street.
Yep. Right down the street. Yep.
I just take and put it on, you know, car to take on. Top payroll so she can breathe. I'm gonna get her a cat cage.
Right.
I'll never give it to nobody no more. What's wrong, Kiki?
Salakia for that. I was talking to my OG. But continuing on with the reading, I'm gonna read it again for edification's sake of the sit-down lesson. It says the country's central bank, which has struggled to manage the crisis, did not respond to a request from comment on why the pound has crashed and what it was doing to address the issue. The office of Lebanon's prime minister said work was ongoing to remedy the financial conditions in the country. It says Lebanon made a first step towards securing the International Monetary Fund bailout in April 2022, but nearly a year later has failed to carry out the reforms needing to finalize it. So I'm gonna go back into the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and the stars, and upon the earth the distress of nations with perplexities, and the seas and waves weren't right. The uncertainty, it goes back into the word of distress, of things are uncertainty of what the nations, especially on the economic system, what people going through over there in Lebanon, it's uncertainty. That's why you see the increase of the stress of nations around the world with the uprisings and uproars and the people in the world with the protests and the uncertainty of their going against their leaders and the people that run the financial banks and stuff like that. As you see that little protest they had over there in Lebanon over there Thursday with the protests over there, they setting banks on fire. As you seen the smoke in those video clips right there, you had some protesters, uprisers over there, and they're going against the central banks because they can't hardly deposit much money as possible, because they might need it for important things, to have food on the table, to pay their bills and stuff like that. So they're going through a hard economic hardship over there. So that's what you call the distress of nations with uncertainty, So that's definitely been increasing, and you're going to see more and more of these things taking place on the planet Earth, of the uproars and the people in the world with these protests on a financial system, and that's what we are seeing, the uncertainty of the distress of nations. And I'm going to go back into the second Ezra 9:3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars in the people in the world, right? And that's what we are seeing, uproars in the people in the world. And you're going to see it increase more and more, especially around the world in the latter days. And that's what we are seeing right here as Lebanon go through harsh economic hardship, And it says right here, and read it again, it says, as Lebanese depositors smash up, burn bureau banks, right? Because their pound has dropped from 90, I believe 70,000 to 90,000. And they had a bailout since April 2022, but that still didn't work. And then they have a money exchange between the United States and Lebanon, partnership with that. But still, the sign, the greenback of the dollar from the U.S. and Lebanon, it still drops. So that shows you another indicator right there that when the time fully comes of this value dollar being fully displayed as being no more use, because everything is going digital now. Everything, when that time comes of that MOTB approaches that charagma of digital currency, because that shows you a prime example right there of the pound of the greenback dollar, over there in Lebanon, is very soon to be no more value because everything is going to be digital currency. So that's another indication right there of everything is going to be full digital, even though it's digital right now. But once it be fully explored to the whole world, that shows you that the value of the dollar in the United States and many other countries as well too is soon to be devalued and no more value because everything is going full digital. And if you want everything to come out of your money, it's going to be digital because the value of the paper dollar, the greenback of the dollar, is soon to be no value. Even though the United States dollar, which is backed by of currency over there in Lebanon, but they still go through harsh economic hardships. So that's another indication right there that the value of the dollar is soon to crash and soon to be no more value because everything is going digital, digital exchange, digital currency. And that's what we're approaching. And we're seeing it increasing more and more and more, as you read that in the book of Revelations 13, verse 16. So with that, hopefully this sit-down lesson was edifying. I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, and Karkadash. Double honors to the elders for preaching this word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And until next time, I will say shalom.